We've got multiple new commitments to talk about in the 2026 WVU football class. Let's get into it. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Welcome back into the Country Roads Webcast for another WVU football recruiting update, as we've got not one, not two, but three new commits to talk about here that the Mountaineers have locked down in the 2026 class, pushing the total over 30 now as we approach signing day, which is about a week away now, depending on the time that you're watching this video. And glad to see West Virginia's making such good progress, really coming up with some excellent commitments here. We're going to talk about each of those in this video, and like we said, there's now 30 plus in the class, and West Virginia isn't done yet. Got a couple of updates on another potential couple of targets that West Virginia may be going after here in this 2026 class. So the name of the game here in this video is speed. West Virginia continues to add more speed, especially at the skill positions. We know in our last video we talked about West Virginia having one of the top junior college receivers in the country. How about adding another one of those? So they have two of the top 5 junior college receivers in the country. And what else are we going to add with that? How about one of the top 2 junior college running backs in the country to go along with it that brings really good speed in his own as well. So we're going to talk about each of those guys, plus a linebacker that West Virginia has added coming from the high school ranks, as West Virginia's added a little bit of JUCO flavor here in the past couple of weeks. This is a predominantly high school class. Do want to remind people, I'll show you when we pull up the CRW recruiting tracker momentarily, but a couple of JUCO additions to talk about in this class. Let's pull up the 3 names we're going to be discussing here, the most 3 recent additions here. And those will be JUCO wide receiver Kendrick Triplet, like we said, one of the top JUCO receivers in the country, joining Keon Hutchins, the other JUCO receiver that West Virginia recently added. We did a video on recently. Then we have top junior college running back Martavius Boswell out of Texas, and linebacker Caleb Gordon out of North Carolina, who was previously committed to Arkansas, so an SEC flip, if you will. West Virginia has multiple of those in this class as well. And you see the asterisk here denoting the junior college additions. So, only 3 JUCO additions for West Virginia in this class, but all 3 of them have wheels, and they're all at skill positions, and that's where we're going to lead things off with. Let's talk a little bit about Kendrick Triplet, the wide receiver that West Virginia added from the JUCO ranks that brings a good combination of speed and size. As we see Kendrick announcing his commitment to West Virginia here on social media, saying all glory to God. I have been blessed to say I'm fully committed to WVU football, tagging multiple accounts and then sharing the sweet commitment graphic there with some pictures from his visit to West Virginia. Adds another top junior college receiver in the country, and here is his profile as proof of that. As you can see, has grown a little bit. He's actually 6'2", 205. That's on On3. I'm only showing the 247 profile currently. But from Pearl River Community College there, he is rated as a top 4 wide receiver in JUCO in the 247 regular, and a top 2 wide receiver in the JUCO ranks in the 247 composite with nearly an 88 grade, and a top 10 player in all of junior college. So hell of a pickup here for West Virginia. Had several other programs after him also, as you can see here there on the offer list, which is pretty lengthy there, 32 offers for one of the top junior college receivers in the country. Ends up committing to West Virginia, but if the ranking and offer list doesn't impress you enough, how about a look at some of the plays? All right, we'll take a look here, a little bit of Kendrick Triplet. He's going to be in the middle of here in the slot on this first play. Let's take a look at a few plays here from his highlight tape. And right away, you're going to see post route and just straight speed. No one comes near him. He burns the man by several steps, and then even the guys trying to chase him down don't get within 5 yards of him. So there's the speed we're talking about to go with the 6'2", 205 frame, as you see there. 4.3, 4.40 is what he's been timed at here according to his huddle tape. Let's take a look here. We've seen the deep ball. Now let's see him here catch a screen and get going. And that's what we've talked about with these receivers West Virginia's brought in. A lot of their highlights, you're going to see go balls, you're going to see screens, because they're just so much faster, more athletic than a lot of the people they're going up against, whether it be high school or JUCO, like we've seen with Kendrick Triplet and Keon Hutchins. But one more for good measure here for Kendrick Triplet, who I think will certainly be a candidate for playing time next season, making plays like this. When you see the hands there, catching that one in traffic. So you've seen the speed on a deep ball, the speed on the screen, and now some of the hands there as well. And with the 6'2" frame, will be a great player to have a chance to play and get reps at the outside receiver position for West Virginia, one of the top junior college receivers in the country, and we're excited to add him. Which brings us to the next junior college prospect we want to talk about, and we're talking about more speed with this one. And this is a talented running back. We know West Virginia needs some of those, and this is one that's going to come in and earn some playing time right away, I would say. As he says, all glory to God. I'm blessed to say I'm 1,000% committed to WVU football, tagging some accounts and sharing a pretty sweet commitment graphic of his own there. Martavius Boswell, one of the top 2 running backs in the junior college ranks, committing to West Virginia after a strong season there at the junior college ranks, as you can see here, shared on social media by Hayes Fawcett. 1,109 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns, was named the player of the year on the offensive side of his conference there. Like we said, one of the top running backs in JUCO, and we'll take a look at his profile here as proof of that. As you can see, 5'10", 170 at a Copiah Lincoln Community College. He is rated as the number 2 running back in the nation in JUCO on 247 Sports, a top 40 player nationally with an 86 grade, and then the composite ranks him as the number 4 running back. So either way you spin it, we're talking about a top 5 running back in all of junior college, 1,100 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns, and I believe they don't play that high amount of number of games either. So there you see a lot of touchdowns in a short time frame and 1,100 yards in a short time frame from Martavius Boswell, who brings a lot of speed to boot. As you see, multiple offers from him as well. He had 39 offers, topping Triplet, who we just talked about. But like we said with Triplet, if the rating doesn't impress you enough, how about the eye test? Let's take a look at Martavius Boswell run the football a little bit. All right, here you see him, and you're going to see him take a little outside zone action, something he'll be running a lot at WVU potentially, and look the way that he can hit that hole, stick his foot in the ground, get upfield, and forget about it. You see the speed right there on display in the first play of the Martavius Boswell highlight tape. Here we are again with him in the backfield. Another zone running concept, and he bounces this one outside, makes a man miss, and then once he gets that edge, turns that corner, forget about it. You see the safety there, had an angle, still couldn't catch him at the junior college level, and we got to hope that continues once he reaches WVU at the power conference level here at the FBS level. One more play here for Martavius Boswell just to show you one more time. There he goes again. That time, not the best block, had to make some men miss in the backfield, but once he gets through there and gets to the second level, forget about it. He is going to be fun to watch next season, especially if you pair him with some of the guys we potentially have returning, like Jaheim, Dior, Sincere Bowers, etc. Martavius Boswell has a chance to be explosive, and really excited about this running back pickup for West Virginia. And then last, but certainly not least, a linebacker, coming out of high school, Caleb Gordon, also committed to WVU, rounding out our trio here as the topic of this video. As he states, after careful consideration and talks with my family, I'm excited to announce I'm 1,000% committed to WVU football. Country roads take me home, referencing Jeremiah 29:11, and all glory to God. And there is his awesome commitment graphic as well. Nicknamed C5, apparently, Caleb C5 Gordon, a hard-hitting linebacker with some great athleticism, previously committed to Arkansas. Of course, they're going through a coaching change now. That opens things up, decides to decommit from there and flip to the Mountaineers, from the SEC to the Big 12, from Pig Suey to Country Roads. They'll bring him home to WVU. Let's take a look at his profile. All right, 6 foot, 215-pound linebacker from Ashbrook High School in Gastonia, North Carolina. And you can see the similar grade to a lot of the West Virginia recruits, around the 85, 86 range. 3-star on 247 as a top 60 player in the state of North Carolina, but the composite favors him a little bit more, ranks him as nearly a top 100 linebacker in the entire class and nearly a top 40 player in the state of North Carolina. And you see some of his other offers there, mainly from FBS programs, among his 19 offers that he picked up before ultimately deciding on the Mountaineers. So we add Caleb Gordon to the ever-growing commitment list for West Virginia, which we'll pull up and look at one more time here before we update on some other targets West Virginia is after. And so just to take a look at it one more time, our 3 prospects we just highlighted, the new, most recent verbal commits for the Mountaineers, 2 junior college prospects with great speed at the skill positions, and a wide receiver with Kendrick Triplet, and a running back with Martavius Boswell. Then we add another linebacker from the high school ranks in Caleb Gordon, which puts us up over 30 names now, which I'll scroll through here so you guys can see it visually here on the list here with the CRW recruiting tracker, which we have videos out on each one of these prospects. You can find, just check out the CRW recruiting playlist here on the channel. And what we also heard this week from Coach Rod on his radio show is like 25 plus of these 30 plus names are going to be early enrollees and here for spring practice, which is great news. And we're really excited to add these 3 new names to the list here. And we're not done yet. Got more players that we're after. Let's talk about some of those that could potentially be future commitments for the Mountaineers. Let's hope so. One of the biggest most in terms of, stature. Obviously, he's 6'5", 310, but also in what it would mean because he is the number one player in the state of West Virginia. He's been committed to Florida State, but now has decided to decommit. Has been committed since July, shared by Hayes Fawcett for rivals. So Deron Parks back on the table, and you got to think West Virginia is very much going to be involved here, and he is super highly regarded, and another lineman that's coming in with great size already. And West Virginia's done a great job producing offensive linemen from the state that have really turned into something. I think Parks could be the next in line to do so. Let's take a look at his profile. As you can see, 6'5", 310 out of Nitro, either the number one or number two player in the state of West Virginia, however you shake it, which, it also helps that West Virginia has Malachi Thompson, who's one of the top players in the state, also out of Nitro. That might help our chances here of landing Deron Parks, who's an 88 graded 3-star. That's a high-rated 3-star, and nearly a top 40 interior offensive lineman in the class, according to 247. And in the composite, he's nearly a top 30 lineman with nearly a 90 grade, and they actually have him as a 4-star on the 247 composite. So this could be another potential 4-star for West Virginia here with Deron Parks, and it's an in-state guy, so we want to bring him home. Keep an eye on Deron Parks. Also, just recently visited West Virginia was Jalen Thomas, who is a talented defensive lineman, another JUCO prospect that West Virginia is after. Just went on an official visit. You see some pictures that he shared from those on social media, and this will be another big pickup from the junior college ranks. West Virginia not going after many JUCO prospects, but the ones that they are pursuing are super highly regarded. This would be another one here. Originally from Memphis, Tennessee, like I said, 6'3", 310. You can see a top 5 defensive lineman in JUCO, and so this would give West Virginia, if they were able to pick him up, all 4 of West Virginia's JUCO commitments would be top 5 players at their position nationally in junior college, which is pretty big. And you can see a ton of offers: Tennessee, Kansas, Arkansas, 33 offers. So all these junior college players West Virginia's going after are 30-plus offer guys from some of the best programs in the country, and Jalen Thomas would fall into that as well. So keep an eye on him. And then lastly, we just saw West Virginia offer Bronx Baker, a 4-star linebacker, here, as he recently shared that on social media. And he's a 6'1", 215-pounder out of the state of Utah. West Virginia in on him, like we said, 4-star, 89 grade on the 247 composite, so very highly regarded. One of the top players in Utah, one of the top linebackers in this class, according to the composite there. West Virginia now in on him among some other FBS programs, so we'll keep an eye on him among some of those others. So not only a trio of commitments for West Virginia, but a trio of guys to watch in the future, as well as West Virginia has guys in on visits trying to close out this 2026 class as we get near signing day. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. We'll keep bringing you updates because I believe we're going to have more commitments coming in and more news on recruits as well, and we'll keep you up to date with it here on the Country Roads Webcast. Before you head out, you can help us out by hitting that thumbs up button, help this video find more Mountaineer fans like yourself. Be sure you're subscribed here to the channel. That way you get these videos directly into your feed. Stay up to date on the WVU sports news, and of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments on any one of these prospects that West Virginia has in the 2026 class, the 3 commitments that we talked about in this video specifically, or the targets that they're going after, anything that you got there. Always appreciate those interactions as we continue to try and grow the CRW community throughout Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.